draft here. Bans already flying through.
Yeah, 6 international titles between that roster on the right side of your screen. Like you said, the bans are coming thick and fast, and the Mbessa is what's going to be locked in here for Nuo. Again, for those that didn't catch it, LGDY, they were the LPL, or the LDL champions, I should say, but as a result, because of that, three of the members got promoted. Nuo and Chips, the top laner in the AD carry, they are the 2 remnants from the roster that actually won the LDL not too long ago. Kalista locked in immediately here. Rumble, priority pick. No surprise to see that there for TheShy. He's being given the carry pants. Now it's time to put him on.
All right. Okay, TheShy, game number 1. Let's you know, we've got a very volatile lane in the top side. Let's see how that one is going to be handled as LGDY coming out with aggressive tools. Sejuani, Yone, level 6. That's going to be super potent. Maybe early on, there's some windows to navigate depending on how IG decide to draft their mid-jungle in response to this. But a lot of, you know, non-committal engage tools. You think about Sejuani ult, toss it out, does it hit? All right, great, go in. Does it miss? All right, let's just turn around. Same thing for Yone if you've got the Soul Unbound used when you cast that ultimate. So I like where LGDY are going. Full melee top side of Sejuani. On the opposite side, though, they see all of this melee engage. They lock in the Renata early on, and it's going to give them the opportunity now to ban away bot laners they don't want to have to deal with, because there aren't any bot laners locked in right now for LGDY.
Yeah, no, and then they've given themselves, like you said, a top side that is extremely potent here. So they're ripping away at those bottom lane bans. Jiejie going to have the Lee Sid taken away. It was a comfort pick of his has been for a long time. Varus taken away there from Chips. Jamada, I want to talk about this Mbessa Rumble matchup, though, because yesterday in the 3 games that I casted, I think I saw it in, if not all 3, then at least 2 of the games. Mbessa got plastered. Now, this might not be the best, again, you know, sample size, because it's Nuo, who is an LDL champion, versus TheShy. Say what you want about where he is in his career arc. This should not be close. Nameplates aside, how should this go in your opinion?
I mean, again, I think that the trading patterns kind of do... It's hard to say. I feel like they should always favor Rumble, right? I think as the game goes on and items come in, that's where things can kind of, you know, to a point shift for Mbessa. I'm sure there's like a break point somewhere in between, you know, maybe 1 and 2 items, because I feel like that's where Mbessa really thrives, and then she continues to get stronger until about 4. With Rumble, again, I think the early laning phase, it's just so potent in how it works that in most cases, again, there's not really many melee matchups that Rumble loses. I don't feel like Mbessa is ever going to be, you know, an exception to that. So, again, we'll see how Nuo actually ends up dealing with TheShy, because, again, like you say, nameplates on, the matchup is perhaps a little bit lopsided. But as we return to the draft, Vi has been locked in for Jiejie, and then for consistent engage, so that's good. A little bit of lockdown for that Rumble ultimate. As LGDY, very bog standard, right? Top to bottom. They've actually locked in their champions top to bottom. They don't have to do any swapping.
Yeah. Well said. No, you pointed that out. That's exactly what's going on here. And Silas into this composition, I think, is absolutely gorgeous. The ultimates that you can have. I mean, I feel like I see Silas into a Sejuani Yone. You know, well, I saw it a lot yesterday, so that's really what I'm going off of. But the counter engage that you have here, like you said, you saw the 3 melee top side. Renata, not only the synergy with Kalista, there's a reason that they are paired up together. Very oppressive, tough lane to play against. You land your handshakes, you're going to have a good time. But compositionally, right, this hostile takeover, if that lands, it makes the setup, I mean, like you said, with the consistent engage of the Vi, but then the equalizer. It's just, the comp kind of plays itself.
Yeah, I'm really going to be curious about how IG actually utilize their tools here, and how proactive they're going to be willing to be when you're against 4 melees who all want to, you know, run into you. I feel like a lot of this is going to be Peel, kiting for Gala, and then, you know, kind of just picking first target that makes sense to kill, and dumping all of your damage and spells into them, and just effectively trying to play front to back, even though you don't necessarily have the most traditional front to back composition in the world. Because again, I feel like the agency that LGD's composition has should always trump, you know, almost any kind of setup. So we'll see as things unfold. The other thing I'm very curious about is this potential for a lane swap, right? You've got the Renata in the game. Oh, sorry, the Kalista, and I suppose Renata in the game. A lane swap could be very, very detrimental for LGDY. You know, unstable lanes made kind of, you know, potentially playable so you can get towards that mid game for IG. Feels pretty good to me. And I feel like Mbessa starved the resources is almost always going to be a little bit more useless than a Rumble to starve the resources, right? At the very least, you're always going to get the equalizer value. Even if it's not dealing a whole bunch of damage, there's always a wall of a slow to, you know, hold up these melee champions.
Yeah, and I think the 4 melee, we talk about that in the context of the Renata, thank you, Brain, but also in the context of, like you said, kind of the way that these fights expect to be played out, right? If IG can hit all their kind of counter-engage and their big damage ultimates, right, then, right, I mean, well, big damage ultimates, it's really a singular ultimate, right? It's that, that Rumble Equalizer. Then, all of a sudden, you're not as scared as Gala, right, of being a short-range champion like the Kalista, where you've got to get, you know, you've got to get up in someone's guts to really deal the damage that you need to. Rookie, meanwhile, has found Ninefog and will just opt out of that.
Yeah, just step away. And by the looks of the lane assignments, we're not going to get any lane swap shenanigans. So it looks like more than likely it will be standard lanes here. And not really a bunch of information traded. Ninefog will get this ward down. So Jiejie, if he does want to start on these Raptors still, will be spotted there. But 2v2 in the bottom lane will be standard. And everything is going to be in their usual order. So we'll see how lanes actually do unfold, and more importantly, where these junglers decide to lean towards, as both starting on their respective red buffs. Seems like CC will go towards his Ambessa, and Jiejie down towards his bottom side, towards his Kalista Renata.
Yep, like you said, red buffs out. Yep, and that's probably fair enough. You'd expect with a Kalista Renata lane to have, you know, pretty decent control over that Dragon Pit. And on the other side, you've got the Rumble matchup that, again, you'd expect that to kind of be doing its thing here. Meanwhile, CC is going to be walking right over that ward. Gala and Meiko, they're going to back right off. Pixel Brush ward does get dropped here as Chips taking quite a bit of damage there. He's got the flash, got the barrier, didn't burn either of those just yet. But on the crest of level 2, you see Meiko and Gala lurching forward here, getting ready for that potential all-in. Both these supports took the Ignite, looking for action, looking to make things happen. Actually not taking the handshake, taking the other ability whose name is escaping right now, but the flash is got there by onto Wunai.
Yeah, very, very big deal. And really well played by Gala, just holding a spear in that minion, getting the auto attack fall, and then getting the Ren, the reset, the slow. Everything was perfect. Try and get that chase down kill, and Wunai has to flash away from that handshake. And of course, that attempted level 2 gank from CC spotted out by that ward. A lot of tempo lost now in the jungle matchup. And we'll see exactly how LGDY are going to handle that, and how CC individually will handle that, because Jiejie going to get this clean full clear off top to bot. No issues, and could even maybe look for a dive, given how low Chips is down here. Of course, still has flash and barrier. Maybe expect a reset pretty soon, given the state of the lane, and there you go. He's going to take that reset now.
Yeah, and like you said, kind of thank goodness, as Ninefog actually maybe going for the all-in here, does get the shield there, as the soul is in fact unbound and rebound. As the Mortal Steel not going to land its mark right there, but Rookie, yeah, he certainly looks like he's got he smells blood here, Jamada, and hitting level 4, you could tell he had something up his sleeve there. You made the point earlier about there aren't too many melee matchups that a Rumble isn't going to find favorable. So far, that has kind of played out here, right? And TheShy, so far, again, we're looking to how does TheShy manage his early game? Is he going for these big I'm back baby sort of trades, right? His most recent action was in the Old Man Cup, the Legends Cup, which, say what you want about that tournament, but they do get 2 entrants into the Demacia Cup. I unfortunately have not seen them. They're playing on days 1 and 4, but look, he's been doing his thing, dumpstering matchups over there. He Flame Horizon someone as CC. Yeah, the ganks have not been successful for the LGDY jungler here.
Yeah, you know.
Oh no.
Another gank.
Ninefog, he's going to be in trouble here. Abscondum Duck goes out, the flash blowed as well, and Jiejie says, thank you very much. I will give that one over to my mid laner.
And Rookie, my king, first blood for this IG roster. Very well played by Jiejie. Ninefog kind of baited in by Rookie as well for the trade, but you could see how far back he was playing. Can't really do much more than that, and unfortunately the gank just a little bit too potent, even through the flash from Yone, and now very, very abusable without that. And CC's going to have to hang around to ensure that, you know, that 2v2 can at the very least be played even without that Yone having flash. Teleport comes back from Rookie, and the setup, as he's just trying to clear out the wave, right? That's what he really wants. Just isn't able to find it, and despite the flash, that Q still connects from Jiejie. Pixel perfect, very much on the edge of that hitbox, and unfortunately he will pay for that wave shove out with his life.
TheShy almost at levels. Well, no, they're about kind of at about similar experience breakpoints here. CC, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. That's the motto for the LGDY jungler here. And speaking of repeated attempts at things that didn't go well the first time, Ninefog decides to walk back into his lane. How dare he? How dare he, Jamada, go back into his lane? He's immediately met with another trip to the gray screen as Jiejie going to pick up his first kill of the game.
Yep, this is, again, this is the king rookie's lane, and Ninefog shouldn't be standing there, and Jiejie makes sure that Ninefog is made aware of the circumstance of this mid lane matchup. That said, grabs the spawning in 15 seconds, and Ninefog's going to be sent towards this bottom side. He's so weak, doesn't have ultimate yet. Of course, he's been denied so much XP from those ganks. That the lane assignment for the time being is going to be this, and we'll see if this is going to actually enable LGDY to secure all 3 grubs, or whether or not IG are actually still going to be able to contest at this lane assignment. They're now going to send Rookie down to the bottom side, so it will be match numbers, but you look at the minimap, TheShy has first move, and even if this first grub goes over to LGDY as the first grub itself resets, still, collapse will be good from IG.
And the collapse is exactly what they're looking for here. No level 6 from Jiejie, so no cease and desist. They do grab the 1, but that might be all they get here. What's their angle in here? You've got the public execution here from Nuo. No solar flare available from Wunai. CC getting eaten alive here as Jiejie comes in off the top of the grub pit there. Equalizer does land, does a lot of damage, and now Ninefog actually getting on the board here is able to find Gala in the backline. TheShy gets taken out of the fight completely, but it's Meiko and Jiejie that come back with 2 more kills, and now LGDY, they've got their work cut out for them, going up against combined 6 international titles here. Nuo able to get the last laugh on TheShy. How about it? What a moment for him, but Chips and Nuo have to hightail it out of there. They do get that first grub. IG get the second one. The third one will go the way of IG as Jiejie reestablishes control over the grub pit. Rookie not done just yet, though. Meiko doesn't have a ton of mana, but if he can land a handshake, oh, who needs handshakes when you've got Rookie, baby?
Goodness me. Rookie eats up LGDY throughout a majority of that fight as soon as he showed up. And LGDY, again, despite getting that first grub, tried to take the fight. IG a little bit too in formation, and the dive is very dismantled from LGDY as a whole. As we come into this replay to take a look, TheShy's ultimate from onto the backline is also very, very solid. It makes life very difficult as Jiejie is also taking out CC on the backline. And again, despite the initial dive being a little bit dismantled from LGDY, once they do collapse onto Gala, he just gets absolutely eviscerated. But the collapse from Rookie, the ultimate stolen away from Wunai and blowing him up, and the turnaround in general, no damage really, it feels like, left up and available right now for LGDY. Their carries are just not at that point where they would potentially one-shot a Silas like that. Is unfortunately left out to dry on the defense as Rookie goes forward one more time and finds Chips even through the flash and through the barrier.
Yeah, that feels really bad. Blowing both those summoners like that as well when you were probably toast anyway, but yeah, Rookie doing Rookie things here. And as a result, now a 3K. Oh my goodness, it feels like it shouldn't be 3K. That is an astronomical gold lead at this point in the game after really not a ton of action, all things considered.
It's just the power of Rookie, man. He's just doing this.
You seem to have a very Jekyll and Hyde relationship here as Ninefog actually going to be able to maybe get the kill out of Rookie. Oh, he gets the Fate Seal, the stolen one, into a wall there. But now, actually, might be able to 100-0 Wunai here. Gets the Conqueror stacks off the healing, but Jiejie will be the sacrificial lamb as Ninefog grabs his first kill of the game, I believe. As soon as I said that, might not be true, but he grabs one regardless.
Yeah, look, man, Jiejie, he knows where his bread is buttered, right? He's just sacrificing his life for Rookie, making sure that Rookie keeps that shutdown up. And I'm gonna stop now. Jokes aside, this play does actually mean that because Wunai had to rotate out towards the mid lane, this stacked wave is now gonna be denied away from Chips, and it's 2 plates, likely gonna be made 3 as the reset comes through, and no one is here to match this from LGDY. It's gonna really make this bottom lane gold lead blue now. It's already at 1K. Expect it to grow to around 1.3 almost. There's trades in the mid lane. You always have to remember, if Silas is able to get off that W, and that Kingslayer is always going to heal back up towards that back end of the trade as Gala and Meiko maybe a little bit greedy for this 4th plate here. But again, with a lead so big, you can't really blame them. And again,
I
they
I
know
was
that
about to
CC is
say,
on
can
that
you
side of
blame
that
them,
map.
man? Dude, they are feeling themselves. This lead is getting out of control.
Yeah, it's
4
only
to
a 4
CS.
CS lead. Yeah, no
Oh,
big deal.
it's-
Oh!
oh, man, Rookie played
Oh!
that exceptionally. Man.
That's why
I
he's
mean,
my goat.
Jamada, he's a treat to watch, man.
He is. He really is. And so far, he's definitely on form in this game. Obviously, Ninefog, not exactly by nameplate standard, the highest caliber of player, I suppose. But again, LDL champion this lineup was, and Ninefog was certainly a big contributor of that title as a whole. But Rookie so far has certainly given him a warm welcome into LPL level of play, as CC now finds himself potentially about to be locked down.
Yep. Able to dodge the the stolen glacial prison, but had to sidestep there the wrong way. His instincts were in the right spot, but he was in the wrong one. Another kill goes over to IG, and Gala crucially getting his first kill of the game. Not that he really needed the extra gold. He's doing okay. As Wunai going forward here, Ninefog gets the tip of the ultimate there onto Rookie, and he gets one right back on his lane opponent.
I don't think that Zenith blade should have hit.
There was a Nautilus hook looking hitbox there.
Yeah, Rookie lawyer hitting arm. I don't know where to draw the line for. I don't know why. I'm so excited to see this lineup play that the fan in me can't even keep it super official right now. I'm trying my best. I am trying, but
I can tell.
It's a big shutdown picked up here on the bottom side, and it was Ninefog that got it. And already having the balk as well. Yone scales so incredibly hard off of these first two items, right? The spikes are always huge. And we'll see how he's able to actually utilize that gold, picked back up, recovered the XP differential between himself and Rookie as well. So it does certainly feel like he's back in a position in the game where it should be super tenable for the time being, as here we go, 2v2 on the top side, TheShy.
Permafrost stacks do land, but the equalizer lands as well as CC getting lit up here, and whoa, not able to continue in that fight. Permafrost stack's not going to land on a Jiejie, but it will not be enough. Meiko, nice handshake, pulls Wunai back into danger range, but not enough for Jiejie to feel comfortable keeping on going forward here. No objective to fight over, but give TheShy a little bit more breathing room. Man, you feel for CC, right? He's trying to start fights everywhere he can, but they just don't go his way.
Yeah, everywhere he goes, it's just kind of a bad fight for him by the end of it. And IG mechanically are just doing really what they have to, right? TheShy, even though he initially gets caught out by that ultimate from Nuo, from the Ambessa, just kites back enough and then eventually pulls the trigger on the flash. Here we go. Ninefog, he does end up finding him, but Bork versus Rocket Belt.
Ooh. And the stolen fate sealed does go off there. Man, these two, I mean, I love this, right? I mean, this is like, if you're Ninefog, this is a free hit, right? If you get blasted by Rookie, you got blasted by Rookie. If you hold your own against Rookie, oh my goodness, you're going to be talking to your grandkids about this.
Yeah, exactly. It's a win-win. It's really a win-win. Speaking of, they want a win on top of a win. LGDY, look at the bottom side of the map. 3 members, 2 in the alcove down there. They were hunting for Rookie. But IG, holistically more interested in picking up this dragon. Maybe as he rotates back down for this wave, they'll look to get him, and they will. And I think
they got it. Oh, the trap is sprung beautifully as Ninefog grabs his 4th kill of the game. 80% of them going in the pocket of the mid laner. And thank goodness, because given what happened in that bot lane, that was the story of the early game there, as Nuo going to eat the flame spitter here. But TheShy, yeah, doing his thing in the top lane as the dragon is secured there by IG. First one of the game did go over to LGDY. I don't know if we really highlighted that one, but they got something here, and the gold lead actually has stayed at about 3,000 here. Public execution going out here. TheShy still has the equalizer here. Flame spitter goes out, but not going to commit it. Just as I say that, he does just that. Going to thin the wave ever so slightly as well. No, just kidding. That is his wave. I misread the colors there, but Nuo will survive.
Yeah, it looked a little bit sketchy there for TheShy. Very fortunate he didn't actually hit that harpoon onto Nuo when that ultimate came in. Otherwise, he would have tanked tower as a CC. Going to eat an ignite here from Meiko, and a whole bunch of damage also lands onto Chip. So IG across the map finding a whole bunch of pressure inside of these lanes. We'll see what more they can actually do with it. With the Herald being up, you imagine that's where their eyes will be focused towards, as TheShy could technically just teleport back onto the map. and immediately be present yet again as Gala finding damage here onto Wunai. If a handshake connects, he's surely dead.
Even if it
Dead without
doesn't,
it.
he might be toast no
Oh.
matter what. Tried to go back. Meiko able to take the tower aggro. Not that it really would have mattered. Gala 100 to 0s in enemy support, and the sky is blue and the grass is green.
Exactly. Water makes you wet. There's
Yep.
Ninefog. He's got a lot of damage here onto Rookie. He might just solo kill him.
My goodness, double flash. The Soul Unbound pulls him back. But if not for the way that his E works, he might have had that one.
Yeah, he was looking for an angle there to pull out the ultimate as a jungle camp stolen away from Nuo. He might just be dead, maybe forced to flash out.
Yep, gets a big old shield there, but the cease and desist will find its mark, and the lore matchup goes, well, kind of the way it... In case you haven't watched it, I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't...
Yeah, it's these kinds of high-pitched noises, yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's... I'm not really sure. We'll come back to you. Report,
or maybe we won't. You can just draw your own conclusions and watch the show.
Yeah, you know, yeah, you know what? As Alk says in chat, only for TFT. You got spoiled for TFT. That's how that goes in TFT.
I got something spoiled for me by the TFT patch notes because I was a little late on it. I was watching with my significant other, so I wasn't able to just kind of turbo watch it. And one of a new augment spoiled it in patch 14.24, and I was kind of sad about that. Chat, be nice.
I mean,
all right.
Look,
don't.
I normally feel like for new releases, you get like a week. Like, general grace for people around you, like not social media, just people around you. You consume media otherwise. Should have just watched it, man. Yeah. Like that's your like. I feel like if something's been out for like 5 to 7 days, if you got friends that have already watched it, be chill about it. Rookie is getting the shy treatment, and he's just dead through 100 to 0 CC pretty much. I feel like 1 week is a solid amount of time though. Going back to that argument, because nothing should happen on the map beside picks, if at all. 90 seconds till a dragon. Afterwards, I think it's free game. So I can't remember when the patch dropped for the TFT stuff.
Ooh, it was
because it was a little while ago. It was almost in sync with when Arcane was coming out, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and Mort kind of talked about that. They literally had to time gate certain stuff that gave away spoilers. So like the initial set was like right when the show came out, and then the most recent patch is the Shy flashes forward here, looking for the all-in Soul Unbound. He might get some CC help from Wunai, and indeed it will be enough. Wunai able to grab the kill, unfortunately, but the job is still done. But Wunai will now be the sacrificial lamb as Rookie and the rest of the gang shows up and dumps him right back to the gray screen. Get a top lane tier 1 out of that as well. That is now 3 towers taken. Yeah, all the tier 1s mopped up here.
Yeah, all the tier 1s gone. Tier 2 on the top side, likely to be picked up as well. I think Jiejie is in the Herald. That's why that took so long to get down here. And he will crash in to this top tier 2. And, maybe it was just all a bait. The Shy just sees a grayer picture as Jiejie is going to earn his driving license right here. Great curve from the top to the mid lane, and it's going to help secure this top tier 2, mid tier 2 rather, as well. So good sequence of play for IG, and they're also going to just rotate over to this dragon. Look to pick it up as well, though. I feel like if you're LGDY, if there was ever a time to at least attempt to fight, it's probably now, because it's a 7-ish thousand gold lead. The items are actually not too far away for the time being. IG haven't spent that gold yet.
Hostile takeover does go out here. As the public execution goes forward. Soulbound. Kalista ultimate does go out, but by the time the rest of IG shows up, it is just not enough here. They went for it. They heard your advice, but Rookie grabs a double kill there.
Yeah.
It just wasn't enough. They didn't have the damage to finish the job on the Gala.
Yeah, they had to blow up Gala and Meiko immediately, and they're just not able to do it. Ninefog, though, might finally get his... So he's 2 levels up, actually, on Rookie.
He's gotten
his... dead.
Man. Ninefog, take a bow, King. And remember to milk this for all it's worth. Save this VOD. We've got VODs enabled here on the English side of things. No matter what language you will consume this in, make sure you print this one down, download it, make sure it is impervious as you can get to solar flares that will eventually consume us all. It's been a pretty, bog standard mid game for IG as they try to play this out here. TheShy gonna get the TheShy treatment as this is again Nuo and CC, the same duo here. Pops the equalizer, make sure that someone stands in it for a little bit, but really not doing all that much. TheShy just trying to waste their time. 2024 gets decent damage down, but Nuo able to grab himself the kill, and now the On My Way pings going over to that dragon. Jamada.
Good def, honestly. Tier 2, bottom side, 700 gold. His life probably worth significantly less. So, you know, it's good, not bad for TheShy as Rookie's angry.
Yeah, this is personal. This is a tilt 1v1 right now. He's 2 levels down. He says, I don't care at all. Oh, able to get the tower aggro, but the Fate Seal goes out. Meiko showing up here, not respecting the honorable 1v1, gets the bailout. Can Rookie get enough damage down? He cannot. Fog with the 1v2, and finally Gala able to mop his mess up. Ninefog, I love this kid.
Ninefog's got hands, man. Not bad at all. 1v2 as CC. Can he secure the dragon? He can. Smite came out early, I believe, from Jiejie and was secured in the end by CC. He will pay for it with his life, though. As IG, the Baron's up, actually, so they could just take this. They've got Renata. Vi's walking up, and I feel like this should just be a relatively easy pickup for this IG side. Rookie won't actually have teleports, so he's going to have to walk out, but you take a look at the minimap. Chips, Wunai, nowhere near, Nuo here, but what can he really do to slow this one down? Feels like the answer is not too much, and he's just going to watch as this Baron drops down.
Yeah, you're looking for something on the back end, potentially. Cease and desist does go out, makes it very easy for Gala to go in. Tons of damage into Nuo. Not really a tank, but a bruiser should not be taking that much damage off one hit. Hostile takeover finds nobody. Stolen Leona ult is going to go down, and the rest of LGDY fall to the winds. A double kill for Gala. He's finally getting his cookies. 3, actually, for the kid. And now with this Baron push, you dot the I's, you cross the T's, and you send this to the next game.
Yeah, he should be. He's got a wave as well. It's not fully stacked here as CC, Chips, they were looking for something, not going to be able to find it. Forced down towards his bottom side. This mid lane inhibitor will definitely be the price. If IG wanted, they're actually split off a little bit, so they'll just break the base open for the time being. Look to correct waves, get a reset in, spend that gold that they just earned from the Baron, from the fight, and look to flex their wallets just a little bit harder as Nuo, yeah, just a little bit too far forward, watch the Baron go down and isn't able to get out of that unfortunate situation he found himself in as the collapse comes in from Rookie from base, and Wunai and Ninefog pay the price. 3 kills go over to Gala in the end for this, and he'll secure himself that triple kill.
Yeah, if the game wasn't over yet, getting the Kalista, who had kind of bit, you know, aside from the early game dominance, grabbing all those turret plates and the turret itself, had been a bit of a passenger as far as who was the protagonist of this IG game right now. It has been the Ninefog and Rookie show as CC, gonna get 100-0 to just a matter of time. There he goes, Rookie with another kill. Now you got 6 kills on Gala. 22-10 is your kill score, over a 10k gold lead. IG doing, I mean, look, it's a lot of fun to see these guys perform at this level and walk all over opponents like it's 2018. Simpler times for all of us, I imagine. But this IG roster right now, all respect LGDY, they took care of business today.
Yes, they did. LGDY, unfortunately, hard task to ask for game 1 of the Demacia Cup. This IG roster has come out full cylinders activated. They're on the Nexus Towers. The first one's already dropped, second one's going. Here's the fight to try and close out the game.
Hostile takeover finds a couple here. Gala is completely free, just turning Ninefog into a pin cushion. He tries to get his way back to the base. Not going to get Rent, if that is the past test version of Rent. I don't know. We'll check that. Just as soon as this Nexus explodes, GG, as Invictus Gaming move to 1-0 in the group.
Easy, clean game, it feels like, from IG. There's not too much to report on here.
Yeah.
Every lane kind of won. It was very fun to watch the Rookie versus Ninefog show, though. That was straight out of Chinese TikTok, just like all of those crazy 1v1s with all of the mechanical, you know, outplays against one another. Really fun to watch. But again, from IG, it felt like the, you know, jungle support / bot lane kind of fulfilling their role and being very, very consistent factors of showing up to skirmishes that needed to be fought, right? Or specifically, when I say that, showing up when TheShy was about to run it down, or showing up when Rookie was maybe getting a little bit too in his bag with these 1v1s, and just again finding the marks on those rotations a little bit sooner than LGDY were, unfortunately. Again, very tough ask out of LGDY to come into this IG roster and say, you know, give us a game. But hey, individually, we saw a couple of shining lights there. Ninefog looked pretty all right throughout a lot of that game. And I'm very curious to track his progress throughout the day and see how he does against some of our other mid laners here in this group in Demacia Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, Ninefog, you've seen that meme, right? Of like, guys could just like, when they're hanging out with their friends, they can just spend an hour naming like obscure athletes from their past and be like really, really happy. I feel like Ninefog is going to be one of those deep cuts. No matter where this kid does or doesn't go in his future, I will remember the Ninefog game when he took it to rookie and did the most damage in the game. Respect. Pop off, King.
Not bad, Ninefog. Not bad. Let's get some salutes going for Ninefog out of this game, because the rest of this lineup, unfortunately, kind of got minced. Not even really their own fault, just a lot of hard matchups across the board, right? We've seen this Ambessa matchup get played out into the Rumble now, and it's felt like a pretty consistent, you know, trend that Rumble kind of just makes the laning phase a little bit miserable, and Chips and Wunai could not get a breath down here in this 2v2 versus Gala versus Meiko. Again, very hard to, you know, navigate against Kalista and Renata, but once that level 2 gank doesn't work out, right, spotted out on that early Tribrush ward, you lose so much tempo, you lose so much pressure, because then at that point, Gala and Meiko can just play with absolute freedom, knowing that the jungler's not going to be back for 3 whole minutes. And then you're also going to have the threat of Jiejie being down there on the bottom side as well. So, yeah, we'll see, you know, how the rest of this lineup continues to develop throughout the day, because it did really just feel like Ninefog kind of playing a bit of a free-for-all game whilst the rest of the map unfortunately fell apart.
Yeah, you just turned this game into his own personal montage, and hey, fair enough. Like I said, there's a bit of a free hit for him. You're going up against rookie. Anything other than kind of getting tossed around is going to be a win here. TheShy, look, heck of a team fight here. There were a couple moments where he got the shy, and there were a couple moments where he did the shy things, and it was the full experience for him. But these team fights, yeah, I mean, Gala, he kind of got focused down very early on in some of these, but as the rest of the fights kind of went on, even Nuo had a couple of really, you know, shining moments, looking good on the Ambessa. It's a champion that allows you to flex your mechanical skills just a little bit here. But Ninefog absolutely getting the treatment here. Yeah, go off, King. That was a really good performance by him. And kind of a reminder here, Ninefog, excuse me, he actually wasn't on the LGDY roster that won Demacia Cup. That was I believe WQX is the order that those letters go in. Forgive me, I casted his games yesterday. Apologies. He was on IGY. He was not one of the members that got promoted up. He was kind of pulled up and being like, look, LGD, we promoted, you know, some of the roster that, you know, did get up there. That was, you know, Climber and the mid laner as well. But yeah, Ninefog just kind of rocking up on the docks here.
Yeah, well, good job, Ninefog, even more then, on top of all of that. Yeah, again, it's always fun to see these rosters come out of the LDL, regardless. So I'm very, very excited, again, to continue to track their progress and see how they do throughout today. But hey, you know, to now play a little bit more celebratory, if you're an IG fan, this is a pretty fun game to watch, right? Like, you know, this was a lot of what we hope to see in terms of, you know, the roller coaster of emotions. Of watching some of these individuals play, right? You said we got the full TheShy experience. I feel like we also got the full rookie experience too, right? Strong, dominant lane, check. Get solo killed once or twice just for the love of the game because you want to skirmish. Check. Makes, you know, that just sounds good to me. And yeah, you know, again, everyone kind of doing what we expected them to do out of the gate here, out of this IG lineup, and as we were kind of looking to see, not just dominant performance, but in general, probably looking to see that repeated throughout the rest of this evening.
What do you feel like the rest of the identity of this IG roster? If you were, you know, general manager Jamada, I mean, regardless of whether you would have put this team together like this in the first place, let's toss that out the side. With the pieces that you've got right now, who's who's your protagonist? Who is gonna have to maybe take a back seat? How are you managing, kind of, you know, based on the identities, like you said? You got a strong laner like Rookie, you got a strong laner like TheShy, who is prone to an inburger every now and then. As we do get our MVP here, Jiejie, yeah, fair enough, almost 100% KP. Yep. He was everywhere.
Yeah, you know, that's a good question. I feel like the answer is fairly easy, right? Give Gala the not the captain's armband, but let him be the main pro tag here. I think a lot of people are naturally going to default to say, oh, you know, TheShy's back. You know, they're going to do all of the cage rule hype stuff, and I get that. It's always fun to watch TheShy play, depending on what your version of fun is when it comes to League of Legends. And you know, a similar amount can be said about Rookie. But again, I feel like you've got very strong and inconsistent players in basically every role except for TheShy. Honestly, he operates in his own boundary of existence, TheShy. So we can leave him out of the equation for now. I feel like Gala has for many years showcased a very high level of consistency, whether it was on the RNG roster or even on his LNG roster, right? And it just feels like something has gone wrong every year for Gala outside of the MSI splits, pretty much consistently. If IG can just give him a consistent platform to play off of, I feel like they have a lot of room here to succeed and do exceptionally well. And again, the recency and performance of these players in this lineup hasn't really been bad at all. So I feel like give Gala the main pro tag, right, role. Let him be the one that, you know, takes over games, takes over team fights. He is, I think, by many people's metric, individually probably I'll say one of the best ADCs when it comes to team fighting. So instead of saying outright the best, maybe there's, you know, a few candidates for that. But yeah, that's who I'd give it to, and hopefully they look to do that.
Yeah, the best predictor of future success is past success. And in the recent past, like you said, Gala has been extremely consistent. World's quarterfinals 4 straight years. No fuss, no frills when it comes to Gala and high stakes moments. When we come back, a very interesting test for this LGDY roster as they go up against RNG. Two teams that did not have their best games in Game 1, looking for a bounce back performance when we come back.